something you've asked me to confirm, because we are still in that middle of that consultation period. I haven't done that elsewhere. What I am guaranteeing, though, is that we will work absolutely, as energetically as we possibly can with you and others that come forward to get a solution. I am so optimistic, having heard that I'm almost thinking that we're part way to a solution already. So thanks very much for that.
Backbencher on the county council, I'm not on the executive, but I can promise you that that's what I should be fighting for. That's what I should be expecting for Easingwold.
I don't live in Easingwold, I live in one of the villages. And my comment, I'm sorry to say, is not only about libraries, but about bureaucracy. Within a few days of us talking about the possible closure of the library, I had the misfortune, as I suspect many people here have had, of receiving a 15-page questionnaire from the housing department. And it's not totally paid for by North Yorkshire County Council, but such a survey is pretty expensive, and I would put it to you, not very productive. And the saving just on postage alone would be enormous.
I think that's probably for Councillor Catmore.
I'm not sure it is actually for me, but I will tell you that the survey came out from Hamilton District Council, but don't blame Hamilton District Council. I believe in actual fact it was a government edict or something. There's been an awful lot of complaints. I'm aware that quite a lot of the councillors on Hamilton District Council are upset about this as well, but it is a separate issue.
Thank you. Gentleman in the doorway.
Good evening. I'm John Mitchell, resident of Easingwold, 37 years, Scot by birth. I do truly appreciate North Yorkshire and Easingwold in particular. Now, one of the things I would like to ask the council, in my time spent in this area, there may be rightly or wrong a perception that there's an inbuilt bias by NYCC against Easingwold. I can go back to the time when the campaign for a pool first got it, and other unrelated matters. Now, my question is, and I've got a neutral point before I pose the question, is I've read in the advertise and other media that, for example, we're going into the 21st century with an upgrade or a makeover of the town marketplace. I'm neutral on that. But the thing is, and what concerns me about the libraries, the library is the heart of this community. As one of the colleagues and people have tried to impress on you, it's not just the Easingwold town, it's the district. And when you think time and time, NYCC over the years, when they brought out the 5-year plan, stressed the fact that Easingwold wouldn't become a dormitory, but would be the market town for the service area for this. Now, if that's been ignored in talks of closure and cut back, then I think you're backing up the wrong tree. Secondly, the question coming to now, I'm not a good speaker, is this. If there's a national campaign against national closures, I would subscribe to it. If there's a legal contention, I would subscribe to it. That's how I feel about libraries. It's not just about the books, it's about the community. North Easingwold Library, and that includes the building. The building is a gem, our library is a gem, and it's been there. It's got a history. Church school, and I believe it was sold to the council at some time, so I've been informed. I've also been informed, rightly or wrongly, that this library, for example, is rented premises, but Easingwold Library, the building, is actually council owned. Now call me a sceptic, and everybody's scraping and scratching for money. We don't need another hairdressers, we don't need these things in the back of the town. We need a library.
I didn't quite get a question, although it made reference to the buildings there in Easingwold and First. This is never. I mean, that is one of the problem with consultation exercises and things that get into the media is that it creates some of its own rumours. One of the rumours that I can completely quash is that we are not looking to sell Easingwold building or First building or any other building.
The influence here, just in.
Hello, my name's Anne Johnson. Julie mentioned in her presentation the Wirral inquiry, and she said that there was a bit of trouble because they were told off for not consulting, and North Yorkshire is consulting. My understanding that Wirral got more into trouble because they failed to make an assessment of local needs. And I think my point of view about Easingwold is, if you look at a map of the libraries that are staying, there's a huge geographical area with Easingwold in the middle, where there is no library. There's Thirst to the north, there's Malton to one side, there's maybe Ripon or Knaresborough to the other. We can't use York, which might be a sensible option. It's not the same county council. Excuse me. So, I think in terms of local need, Easingwold is right up there with its local need. And some of the towns like Harrogate or others, and I don't want to mention this, it shouldn't be, and this is the other point that you brought up, Julie, not Easingwold, it shouldn't be a choice between Perth and Easingwold.
Of course it shouldn't, no. Absolutely
what
not.
you're proposing creates a two-tier system where those places already have the second-hand bookshops, already have other places where the public can go and get free internet, or maybe not free, but cheaper internet access. Those larger areas of population already have those alternatives. Easingwold doesn't have those alternatives. And now you're proposing to take away maybe all the funding, we don't know, or you just said we can keep the building. But there's no real meat on the bones of what a community library might look like. Easingwold already runs its own tourist information. As Bev was saying, this facility is staffed by volunteers. Cameron's big community is alive and well here in Easingwold because we have to do it, because those facilities and those other services aren't coming in. So please, could you consider keeping it as a one-tier service, where the areas where there are more populated, which is more populated, there are other facilities, actually do their bit to provide a community solution, and we get more of the money and more of the professional services in the places where there is already very little.
Thank you. What is being requested, as with Carey Chidwick and with others, is if this is only consultation and no firm decisions have yet been made, why can't Easingwold be number 19 of the core libraries rather than 18?
I'm not ruling that in, I'm not ruling it out. Thanks, Anne. I mean, I think that what you've heard from the offer from Kerry, is Kerry gone? Yes. And what we heard from the offer from Kerry is a reinforcement of what Julie and myself have both said, and that is one size doesn't fit all. Therefore, what we're looking for is a solution that's right for Easingwold. And it isn't the only place where we've had comparators with other libraries, and we've heard that. And one of the messages that we've heard again, and I'll repeat it, is a fairer spread. So it's likely that options that will come forward at a later stage will reflect some of those views that have been fairly widespread throughout the county. So I think you'll probably take some comfort from that, I would hope, without me being specific. Julie, is there anything you want to say about the Wirral?
Yeah, I think you're right. There were, two elements to it, but principally, we did look at that. We looked at the judgment, and we would have been stupid not to have learned some lessons from that. I think, as Derek said, in terms of where we are now, we're doing a consultation for 90 days, And some of that necessarily will inform some of the, thinking and the recommendations ultimately. So all of what is being said, what is being brought to this process will be taken on board. And some of the issues around sharing that, and I think the first and foremost, what we wanted to do by saying keep some of the professionalism of that service, maintain it, is very important to us. And how we do that, what the relationship is going to be like. And as Derek said, there are other parts of the county where we're going to have to look at that dynamic and say, where we have got some areas that need coverage, where do we need to put our resources? But I think what we have to do is start with the community, and where it is now, what resources are available, what kind of partnerships that we can build up with you. And, we will be taking on board those suggestions and proposals.
Peter Wells, can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Can I just ask about the method of consultation, please? Are you just consulting with the 24 libraries which are not part of the core, or are you consulting with all the libraries throughout the county, because it is the North Yorkshire County Council library service? Thank you.
Yes, Peter, the consultation is right across North Yorkshire, so we've posted information in all of our libraries. We have letters from all parts of the community across North Yorkshire. We're taking those on board as part of the consultation. And our website, and I know not everybody's got a computer, but our website, where it's been used extensively, again, is welcoming comments from all of the county. Naturally, though, where we've had the most focus have been those communities that have responded, reacted, wanted more information, wanted meetings like this, public meetings, where we've obviously had conversations like this. So naturally, those libraries that saw themselves, or areas that saw themselves in the more affected groups because of the proposals that we put on the piece of paper, it's not surprising that that's where a lot of the attention has been focused. We've been to also the 7 area committees that cover each of the district council areas in the council to give a presentation that covers the whole area as well. So I think it's been as comprehensive as it possibly could have been, but the focus has obviously been on places like Easingwold and Great Ayton and Tadcaster and Bedale and places like that where the proposals are probably more. There's more impact potentially if those proposals were followed through. But as I say, we're listening council, and already we've started shaping our thoughts that will not be the same as what we started.
Thank you. Before I take any further questions, District Councillor Ellis would like to make a contribution.
Well, thank you, Chairman. Can you hear me without the mic? No, okay, right, okay. I'm a council taxpayer like everyone else, even though I'm a councillor. So I really just because of illness, I've had a lot of time on my hands recently, and I've put a bit of time into this. And I'm an avid listener of Radio York, and it was very pertinent that I had Radio York from this morning. Because Richard Clinton, the Chief Executive of North Yorkshire County Council, was being interviewed about the cutbacks in general. And what he said was intriguing to me, and I quote, "We intend to take a balanced approach to all communities. We expect everyone to take the pain." I said to myself, I'm not sure if he understands what the library proposals are about, and everyone's not taking the pain, or it's not a balanced approach. But there we are. The underlying problem is, of course, that the 18